Year 7, this morning we looked at multiplying numbers. This afternoon, dividing numbers. And if you look at this table, it's very similar, isn't it? When we're dividing by 2, 4 or 8, we're halving the number once for 2, halving it 2 times for 4, or 3 times for 8. If we're going to divide by a multiple of 10, if we've got 5, simply divide by 10 and then double your answer. Dividing by 10, here it says delete 0 from the end of the number. Really what you're doing is you are moving the decimal place 1 place to the left. Delete 00 or move the decimal place 2 places to the left. So this is what we're doing with these sorts of questions. You should have this down so that now I can quickly show you some examples. So for our first example, I actually chose a number that's not any of those things from the table. The last 3 are, but this number is very different. So let me show you with question 1 what we're going to do to work out question 1. You're going to use, hopefully, what you have done in the past, which is this sort of division symbol process that you would have used previously. If you remember how to do this, you do 6 into 3. Now, we know that doesn't go as a whole number. So we actually make it now 6 effectively into 31. You can put the 0 there, it's not going to make any difference. 6 into 31, we know that goes 5 times, because 6 times 5 is 30, and there's 1 left over. Now we have 6 into 18, which is 3. If there were a remainder, there's no remainder, but if there were a remainder, you write it as a fraction over 6. For question 2, we're going to use that table, 520 divided by 8, which is the same as 520 divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2. Is what we are actually doing. So let's just work left to right. 520 divided by 2 is 260. Divided by 2 divided by 2. 260 divided by 2 is 130. And then we've only got 1 divided by 2 to go. So 130 divided by 2 is 65. So we've halved it, and halved it again to get to our final answer. If I come over here for question 3, 400 divided by 100. Let me write that up here because I want to show you what I mean by doing it. In the table it says just cross off the 2 zeros. But as I said, effectively what we're doing is we're moving our decimal point 2 places to the left. So our answer is actually 4. Have a think about it. If divided by is finding out how many times does 100 go into 400, hopefully you can see it's 4 times. So that works well. Question 4 is 260 divided by 5. The table tells us divide by 10. All right? And then multiply the answer by 2. So effectively we're doing 260 divided by 10 times 2. If we keep that in order, like with this question here where we moved it 2, this time we're only going to move it 1. So we've got 26 times, let me get the right number, 2. And 26 times 2 is equal to 52. So there are the 4 examples worked out. Question? Oh, don't need to worry about that? Okay. Thank you very much. You guys can copy these examples down into your books, and then I'm going to get you working on some work. Thank you, Year 7.